The only thing standing between you and your goal is the story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. Life teaches you a new lesson every day, if you're attentive enough in the class of life. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Life is 10% what happens to us, and 90% how we react to it. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. Fear is forward. No one is afraid of yesterday. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Everyone you will ever meet knows something you don't. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. The best way to predict the future is to create it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. Your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Don't count the days. Make the days count. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Happiness is not by chance, but by choice. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. The only thing worse than being blind is having sight, but no vision. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. If you want to achieve greatness, stop asking for permission. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. Life is about making an impact, not an income. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. You have within you right now everything you need to deal with whatever the world can throw at you. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. You're braver than you believe, and stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. At any given moment, you have the power to say, "This is not how the story is going to end." Do what is right, not what is easy, nor what is popular. If there's a book that you want to read but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. By changing nothing, nothing changes. You can, you should, and if you're brave enough to start, you will. For every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. There is nothing brilliant or outstanding in my record except perhaps this one thing. I do the things I believe ought to be done. And when I make up my mind to do a thing, I act. If you're serious about changing your life, you'll find a way. If you're not, you'll find an excuse. We build too many walls and not enough bridges. Do one thing every day that scares you. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day, someone might do the same for you. Step out of the history that is holding you back. Step into the new story you are willing to create. Your big opportunity may be right where you are standing right now. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. If you set your goals ridiculously high and it's a failure, you will fail above everyone else's success. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you've imagined. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. Never too old, never too bad, never too late, never too sick to start from scratch once again. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. Getting over a painful experience is much like crossing monkey bars. You have to let go at some point in order to move forward. Taking a new step, uttering a new word, is what people fear most. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all. Use what talents you possess. The woods will be very silent if no birds sang there except those that sang best. If you run, you stand a chance of losing. But if you don't run, you've already lost. Things change, and friends leave. Life doesn't stop for anybody. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful.